Hello, World of J 2012 here, and welcome back to another video. This time I'm doing a bit of a DVD review this time. Yeah, I usually don't make those, despite the fact I, talk about them quite a lot on this channel. But yeah, for the first time ever, I'll be doing a little DVD review. And this one's a little bit of a unique one. Basically, I'm doing this as Hazbin Hotel Season 2 came out recently. The first 2 episodes are out. I just came back from watching them, and they were pretty awesome, actually. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be anything else but that. But yeah, Hazbin Hotel Season 2 is out. It's great. And yesterday we got a whole bunch of news, and it's also cool considering it was Vivienne Medrano's birthday. And one of the news that came around that time was that Hazbin Hotel Season 1 is finally coming on Blu-ray. Physically. Something that we've been asking for years, and it's finally coming. My only concern is that it doesn't seem to be mentioning a DVD version. Which begs the question, if you're the kind of person that doesn't or can't go onto Blu-ray, how will you be able to watch it on DVD? You can't watch, and you don't have Prime or can't even stream it or download it or whatever. Well, this is where this comes in. Hazbin Hotel, the complete first season on DVD. Yeah, I actually picked... Here's a bit of an interesting story. I actually ordered this on eBay way back in August. Before I went to New York. I actually covered this a little... actually showed this off a little bit in the New York pickups one. Despite the fact I didn't pick this up in New York. But this one is a DVD. I picked this up on eBay for like... I think it was like $14, $17 or something like that. It was not expensive whatsoever, and I'll explain why in a moment. Actually, I'll explain it now. This DVD is a bootleg. Yeah, this is basically just one bootleg set. I mean, it's not the worst looking design. I mean, they actually got the proper poster here. The actual design of the poster, we got Alistair, Adam, Serpentius, Charlie, Angel Dust, Husk, Faggy, Nifty, and Lucifer there. It has been told the complete first season. It actually doesn't look too bad. It looks kind of on brand. On the spine we have this little thing. They even did a little bit of a... They did a half decent job with the spine. I just know it's a little Hazbin Hotel logo on the spine. I think this might actually be the poster, actually. It might just be the copy of the poster. Hazbin Hotel on the spine here. It's season 1 there. It's just a little description. This actually looks kind of good for a bootleg, you know. You got some artwork here, looks kind of stolen. These ones, I can believe these are actual proper screenshots. These ones are actual screenshots. I don't think this is though. I think this is either promotional art for the pilot or it could be final. I'll have to look into that later on. And on the back we have credits actually look alright, and 5.1 audio and English subtitles, and some logos actually look correct. You know, even got the right logo rating on there, TVMA. But no copyright information, you may notice. It just mentions warning, the Dolby stuff, all digital crap. Oddly, Dolby Digital logo is like an older one, and yeah, copy protected. Yeah, I bet it is. And regional, meaning that you can play this on any player in the world, which is just dandy. But yeah, this is a bootleg from China. This is not officially licensed by Vivienne Medrano whatsoever, or Amazon, or A24, or Bento Box, or whatever. Let's open it up and see what we have. All the discs all look exactly the same, as you can see. Look kind of washed out, but that should be... from naked eye, it is kind of washed out, the artwork on there. It actually doesn't look too bad here, though. Just actually has some nice text on it. It doesn't look the worst. I would have liked different art for each disc, but beggars can't be choosers. Yeah. Interestingly, oh yeah, they're on DVD-Rs. You can see me here a little bit. Hello. They're on DVD-Rs, meaning that they're going to be more prone to scratching. So be very careful with them. But interestingly, they're on 3 discs, which is very strange to me because there's like 9 episodes. 8 episodes of the first season, and it also includes the pilot, which is a nice addition, I admit. But yeah, this is an interesting little set. I might as well show off the menu right there. Now, before we actually get to look at the content of each of these discs, I figured it would be fun for each of them that we'd actually look at what's inside the discs themselves. So, we have disc 1. This is actually, you actually can tell in the file name, this is Hazbin Hotel S01 disc 01.iso. Meaning, I'm guessing they just burned it from an ISO and they never bothered to just take out the ISO part for some reason. But at least it was actually interesting that they actually called it something unique. You can actually call it something specific, and this takes up more or less all of the space of the disc. But let's take a look at what's on this disc, menu and content-wise. And here is the first menu. There's no startup menu here, and there's no audio or animation in these menus. So I did check through all these before, and I know, yeah, so I can confirm that that's the case. So Hazbin Hotel Season 1, Disc 01. For some reason, 1 spelled as a word. Well, this is a number, I don't know. This is the interesting part. For some reason, it says Pally all episodes. You can pick Pally all episodes or episode selection. Oh. Let's look what the menu's like. So you can tell, as you can tell here, the artwork's completely stolen. But at least they actually gave a bit of effort into it. So click here, they list the episode. The pilot, the overture, radio kill the video star. And let's look at all the, so we can look at all the, I think we can look at all the things here. I think I'm gonna turn up a bit so I can show a bit of footage. I'm not gonna show too much because I think, you know, copyright purposes. Doesn't look too bad considering, it is kind of cool that they actually decided to include the pilot, because like most of the official things they wouldn't include it. But yeah, that's pretty much the thing. The content looks okay though. Okay, here's something kind of weird though. And if I zoom it down, this is like its own title. When you see here, it goes to its own. And now the Amazon episodes, they're like a completely different title for some reason. Instead of it being all the same title, it's just all that. So this is 49 minutes 11 seconds. So each disc has 3 episodes in it. It's about 70 something minutes, I think. I'll put down the run times at the end of this segment, so you can have an idea. I'm not going to show off everything here. I can show a few screenshots you can make, and you could probably come to your own conclusions. So it doesn't too bad. I don't think it does. I mean, considering they try to compress as much as they can on a DVD. You just add artifacts, but then that's too expected from making this making this a DVD 5. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention as well. You're probably wondering, I mentioned episodes on I mentioned subtitles on the box, but how do you activate them? Well, that's actually a good question. It doesn't mention on the menus, but you can deactivate them on the fly. You have to activate on the fly. I'm going to go with this one, for example. Yeah, they activate on the fly as soon as you turn on the sub. Interestingly, the subtitles don't seem to be marked, and there's 2 of them for some reason. They're both the same for some, I don't know. Oh, that's weird. Decided to show up the specs as well, so anyone that might be curious. Just a typical one. Sadly, it seems to be only stereo, but this might just be the pilot, because I don't think this was ever produced in 5.1, being a YouTube video. So let's go to an actual thing. No, unfortunately, this doesn't seem to be in 5.1 either, so it's kind of a lie. The 5.1 audio is a lie. It's actually stereo, which is a shame. Here's the little folder and date for disc 2. Notice it's more or less the same, naming scheme. They even left the ISO file here. Here's the folder. Just interesting. It's interesting. It's only slightly bigger than the other than the other disc, despite the fact that it's technically shorter. Anyway, and interestingly more, this seems to be produced a few days before disc 1, for some reason. That's odd. And here's the menu for disc 2. Look more or less the same. This is just a screenshot from the first episode. Although I'm pretty sure this is mirrored as well. So, although this time they actually did spell play correctly. I don't know why they messed up on the play in the first disc, but not the other. So this is from that. Okay, on this disc we have a screenshot from. This is from Loser Baby. This is from Masquerade. That's the episode. Actually, appropriate that they include this picture on this disc. Although knowing this it's probably it's completely unintentional. Let's go to a random episode. Let's go Masquerade. I'm not gonna play through all of these again because I don't feel the need to. This is, as you can see, this is 1 hour 13 minutes 29 seconds, so 73 minutes. Yeah, so I'm not going to play through every episode again, because I'm not in the mood. This one doesn't even have any subtitles, so that's strange. This is weird. What the hell? No pun intended. So yeah, this unfortunately doesn't seem to have any subtitles. Well, saying that, it still has stereo audio, unfortunately. And finally, here is disc 3. Same naming scheme, and same amount of, I'm guessing the same amount of. Yeah, this is even bigger still. This one's 4.28. They seem to get bigger. And this one was produced on the 5th of March, 24. I think it's the same day as the second disc. But only a few hours apart, which is interesting. And here is the menu for disc 3. Spelled correctly still. And also, this is stolen artwork. This is not official artwork from the series at all. This is stolen artwork of Lucifer and his ducks. Let's see, let's go select episodes. And this is also, I think this is the same artwork from the pilot. I think this is pilot. I think this is from promotional from the pilot. Yeah. And let's go here. Let's go random episode. Still no subtitles, and I'm guessing that this one's 1 hour 14 minutes and 9 seconds. So yeah. Still in stereo, despite the fact it advertises 5.1 audio on the box. That's a bit disappointing.
I got the arms.
Actually, looking back on disc 1, I have the subtitles on here, but there is no subtitles. I'm gonna change the ones here to see if there might be on another channel. They're actually on this channel though. This is weird. Only disc 1 has subtitles. That's very strange. So yeah, that was the Hazbin Hotel Season 1 DVD. Not from Amazon, but from an eBay listing on China. What do I think of it? From what I looked through? I didn't look through all the discs. I did look through all of this. I didn't look at all the episodes there. Didn't really bother. But what I did look from the video, it didn't look too bad. Maybe that's why it's on 3 discs. Maybe they wanted to preserve the bitrate. Because I knew if they put more, they would probably it would probably look more compressed. So I appreciate the Chinese bootleggers for that. Although it is kind of a shame that there's like a few lies on the box. For example, it being 5.1 audio and English subtitles when only disc 1 had subtitles and all the episodes have stereo audio. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame and a bit bullshit to put on the box. All the other things look accurate though, so that is a good thing at least. I can't fault them on that. I mean the box itself looks fine. It's just the menus that kind of falls apart a little bit, with there being some kind of weird designs like stolen artwork and stuff like that. But then again, that's kind of be expected, I suppose. No music either, which is weird that for a musical show like Hazbin Hotel, you don't put music in your menu. And yeah, a little bit more effort could have probably been put inside this one. But then again, what do I expect? It's a bootleg DVD, so Would I recommend this DVD? I mean, if you're the kind of person that just wants to have physical copy of Hazbin Hotel, but you don't want to get it on Blu-ray or can't for whatever reason, be it price or the fact that you don't have a Blu-ray player, which most people these days do. I don't really have one. I only have like PS3 and PS4. Yeah, I admit it. Then this wouldn't hurt the bank too much, I suppose. But would this be a perfect replacement for having the full series on DVD, on physical? Hell no. No, this is not. This is not a good replacement for any official thing. I'd only recommend getting this if you're the kind of person that wants to own shows that you didn't think would come on physical media on there. Besides, I think this DVD is kind of hard to find, honestly. I mean, I suppose that makes sense considering this is not an officially licensed product. I think it's on eBay right now, but this eBay, this listing that I picked up, by a few months' time, it ended up disappearing. But they do sometimes pop up from time to time. So if you're very lucky, you might find it. But otherwise, just buy from the official. Just buy an official product. Only buy this if you're like absolutely desperate just to have a physical copy of this on DVD and you don't own a Blu-ray player. But otherwise, I don't know. This gets a. If I had to give this a score, I'd probably give this a 7. At least it knows who it's selling for. I don't know. That's all I really have to say. Still kind of weird it was on 3 discs. I know I said it was to reserve disc bitrate, but they could have very easily fit it on 2. I don't know. Anyway, this set's okay. Not something to write home about. I suppose it does look kind of cool on the shelf, admittedly. But yeah. This is World Jig 2012, signing out. Oh, and check out Hazbin Hotel whenever you can. And check out Season 2. It's looking to be absolutely awesome. Totally can't tell I shoehorned this in, can you?